In this video, I'm going to give you 5 top marketing tips to grow your business. In fact, these are things that we use day to day, every day, to make sure that our business is steadily growing, and we measure it. We make sure that it works. So everything that I'm going to be giving you today is exactly the tips, the tools, whatever you want to call them, that we apply day to day. Tip number 1 is to have a plan. There is no point in starting a business or having a marketing campaign without a plan in place. Because at least, in fact, look, when I started in business, I didn't have a plan. I had a dream, okay? And unfortunately, there is a saying, I think, out there, a dream without a plan is still a dream, you know, and it is so true. I made so many mistakes. I pushed back so many deadlines. I pushed back so many things that I was supposed to start because I didn't have any objectives laid out. You have to know that when you get to the end of a quarter or the end of a year, what you hoped to have achieved, because that way you can break it down into micro goals and start hitting those micro goals and start targeting and testing yourself with hitting them. And you've got to be disappointed if you don't make it as well. You've got to kind of like tell yourself, you fucked up, you know what I mean? You've got to start telling yourself that you've not done a good enough job, because you have to make sure that you grow every single month. Otherwise, you're not in business. Okay, you're not in business, you're playing at it. So make sure you have yourself objectives and micro goals that you measure and you task yourself with hitting every single month. My next tip is something I would never ever hear myself saying, but as I get to understand digital marketing, I understand it inside out, if I'm honest. There was an epiphany that happened, and I realized that my website played a fundamental part of my digital strategy. Because as I was broadcasting content after content after content, receiving plenty of engagement, which is nice, thank you very much, I wasn't converting. And that is because the micro moments of content that we put out was just that. It was feeding people with snippets, small bits of information that they couldn't help to make a buying decision. Whereas if you have a website, you can go into a great depth or detail as to what it is that you offer. We talk about long form content on a regular basis here. Having a landing page that educates people about your product and service in detail is very important. Delivering regular blog content every fortnight at the very least also is really important, because people feed off this, they consume it and get to know a little bit more about your product and service and how you can help. That way, all of this formula makes sense. In fact, if you could put on the screen the formula that we have, guys, that would be very, very helpful at this point. That would be good, okay? So that's going to happen. Thank you very much. The next marketing tip I can give you is a sensible email marketing campaign. And by I mean campaign, I don't mean that it has to be strategically thought out and you have to, worry about it day to day. Our marketing campaign is really, really simple. We tell people about the blog articles that we produce every week. So that goes out and tells people about what we're doing. We also put out an offer once a week as well about people subscribing to our free month. And we also broadcast the fact that we put out a new YouTube video every single week. I think that goes out on a Thursday. And generally across the board, each and every single emailer that goes out has its own theme of the day, much like we broadcast our social broadcasts. So ensuring that every element that we put out, we're not like sticking our finger in the air and seeing which way the wind blows to see whether we're going to get anybody to watch our content. We're going to instigate the fact that, look, we've uploaded a new video to YouTube today. You must go over there and watch it because it's going to be of service. So that campaign is very, very useful to us to help grow our YouTube channel, to help grow our views, to make sure that all this effort that we're going to is not wasted. We have about 2,500 people on our list, and that goes out every single week. Now, we don't get 2,500 people watching it, but what we do get is an instant rush of maybe 50 to 100 people engaging with that content and watching the video. So it is most definitely of service, and it is most definitely a valued part of our marketing mix. Tip number 4 is in terms of a marketing strategy that has helped us grow our business is our strategic partnerships. It's been a massive part of our growth, and without them, I think the growth has been pretty steady in terms of a rate. we've grown very, very quickly. In fact, throughout the COVID experience, by 610%. That would not have been possible without strategic partnerships. So we now, every month, have a conversation about which strategic partnership can we nurture, can we make happen this month. This very, very soon we've got a strategic partnership with the NatWest. That's in play right now. We've got a series of webinars that we're putting out for those guys. And the next month, who knows who it might be. But without any of this strategic partnership, really, in terms of a growth, and I think any industry can do it. You know, I'm not just talking about us here at Be More Social. I genuinely feel that any industry can do it. I've been challenged at times to find a strategic partnership that makes sense for some organizations, but we found them. All you have to do is have a look at who has your customers in their hand right now. For us, it's NatWest Business, because they've got lots of businesses that they look after and maintain, and we're helping NatWest support their customers, in turn giving eyes to this business. Okay, so we deliver those free webinars. We did the same for the FSB. We'll do the same for anybody else that wants to be a strategic partner as ours, who holds your customers in their hand, and all you have to do is reach out and be of service to them first, not their customers, but to them first, so that they can be of service to their customers, and that will bring you value. And my fifth and final tip, obviously, is you should be putting out content on these social media timelines and news feeds very regularly. You should have a strategy. It should be in play, and you should be actioning it now, right now. I appreciate that some of you out there are going to have a particular platform that is more powerful to you than another platform. For us, it's LinkedIn, granted. However, there's no point in creating that content for that one platform and not using it on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter as well, of which we do. Okay, all you have to do is look at our profiles and see that we post the same piece of content on the same day across all the platforms. It's fine, it's okay. There's different audiences on each, so don't waste it. Spread your digital footprint as far and as wide as possible, but yes, concentrate on that major platform that's delivering you the biggest wins. Listen, thanks again for watching me rant on about what you should be doing to grow your business using these marketing tips, okay? Now, in case you didn't know, I have released like a mini movie, like a mini documentary type thing. It's only 8 minutes long, so please don't think you're going to be sitting in front of me for 30 minutes at a time. But for me, it's really exciting. And it kind of talks about what we did throughout this COVID experience and how we grew, the things we did to make it work, and it also gives you my opinion on what other people ought to be doing right now to, I don't know, survive really and save their business. So I would appreciate it if after this video you went and checked it out. What I'll do is I'll make sure the guys put it in the listing so you can watch it. Just simply click on the video and let me know what you think. Leave me a comment and maybe even a thumbs up as well.